How is everybody? I am all bundled up and just trying to keep warm here. I mean, I'm in California, but yeah, we get cold here when you guys are like, I mean, a lot of you guys are probably feeling really, really warm and whatever. It's 54 here today, but it's been really cold inside the house. And even though we have the heater on, somebody keeps leaving the door open. So anyway, welcome. I'm super glad you're here. If you, let's see, I want to make sure that I could see the chat. So if you're here joining me today, say hey, and I'd love to say hey back. And I am going to, hi Carrie, hello, how have you been? I'm going to see if I can make this a little better. There we go. Yeah, it's, how were your holidays, Carrie? I'm sure everybody has been, I know, it's true. That's why I sent out that last minute email, because I figured, I don't always get them either. So, all good. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Good. I'm glad that your holidays were great. Ours were pretty good too. It was very quiet and yeah, so I'm ready to just kind of chill because it's been sort of a weird month, weird last 2 weeks for us. And we've kind of had a lot of those kinds of situations where they're just things that happen, nobody's fault, but still difficult. So, we did. It was, like I said, it was very quiet. And we got to see, the people that we wanted to see. Thank you. This is my favorite things journal. And I am loving how it came out. And I wanted to show you guys what I did on the inside and what it was like before and then what it looks like on the inside. But you know what? I have a confession. So hang on one second. Let's see. I don't know where those ones are, but anyhow. Okay, I have a confession. Okay, I told you guys, thank you so much. Yes, I made it like a masterboard, and it's actually the cover to my favorite things journal. So, but I have a confession. I told you guys I was doing, I told you guys that I was just going to do a no spend December, which for the most part I did, because I have like so much stuff that there's no reason to buy anything. But I did wanted to show you guys, right after that, for some reason I was on eBay and I hi Bevon Crazy Paperland, what's your name? We try to do a first name basis here because I don't know, what would you like to be referred to as? My name's Christy and Paper Monkey is Carrie, and I'm sure we've got some other people here, but they're just being real quiet. So here's what happened. I was on eBay and I was like, there's some really cool little golden book sets and everything, and I ran across this one and it had 11 books in it, and before I knew it, you guys, hey Michelle, I was making a bid on these. Do you know that I got all of these books for $2.25? I won the what do you call it? You know, when you win. Hi, Amy. Hello. So anyhow, I wanted to show you these, and I think this one is pretty old. Carrie, maybe you might know. It looks like it used to have like a wheel that you could turn, you know, something. So I'll have to take a look and see maybe if I could remake it. So, but this is an old book out of Kenosha. It looks like, oh, copyright 1949. So what do you guys think? This is so cool, huh? I mean, even if it's not in the best shape, I don't really look for books to be in the best shape because I'm probably going to tear them apart anyways. And so, but I love the artwork and everything. It looks so fun and cute. I don't think it is actually, now that you say that. Let's see, a Bonnie book. Jonathan Company, Kenosha, Wisconsin, or James and Jonathan. Yeah, it didn't even occur to me. So let's look at some of these others. I did want to have some, isn't it neat? Yeah, super fun books. So I wanted to get some books about Christmas, and I did get two others. One of them was, It Might Be Another Night Before Christmas, and then the other one was something about little gingerbread men, but I couldn't find it when I was looking. I have a whole stack of these books. But anyways, this one is a copyright 1987 little golden book. Pretty cool. Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland meets White Rabbit. Now this, I'm not sure if I was watching Carrie, but this artwork I love so much. So much more than like the newer artwork. Hold on, I'll compare it. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys, but I won't go through all of these. But I wanted to see if I could find that other one. But I have all of these golden books. A lot of them came from my mother. And, you know, stuff that, there we are. Stuff that she had kept, probably read with my kids or something, you know, or whatever. Maybe she just liked them. I don't really know. But, so here's the two that I have, and I think there's too much of a glare here. Let's see if we can maybe turn this off. Tell me if this is too dark. Oh, I think it looks good. Okay, so here's the old one, which I really, really love, and this one is, look, 10 cents. 1951 versus I don't know about this one. Oh, here we go. 1991. Okay, so very, very cute, right? But I really love this artwork. This one is, you know, what I'm used to seeing all the time. Michelle said, I made a combination of a little golden book and one of Tamar's Flip Me and My albums for Christmas. Love them. Yeah. Tamar has amazing albums. I could imagine putting those two things together. Really, really cool. So I love doing her stuff. I'm not sure what you mean. I love the Aunt Lily, never seen it before. I'm not sure which one that is. Oh, here we go. This is it. Oh, that's so cute, huh? I've never seen this before either. Good night, Aunt Lily. And it is a 1983, it looks like. Nice artwork. Really cute little rats. Uh-oh. That's okay, right? Yeah. Okay, so, you know, I deliberately didn't buy stuff that looked like it was new. But here's the two. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so The Littlest Christmas Elf. I've never seen this before. I'm not a big fan of elves, not for any reason except for they've just never been my thing. But I think this one's really cute. It's from 1987. And this one is the one I really liked out of the set. So these two were like $5 together for something together or whatever, maybe. And then, but I really wanted this one because I thought it was just really cool looking. And neat artwork, Sheila Beckett. This is a 1992, but look at this. So cute. Really cute artwork. I love it. And the more I look at these, the more they come alive in a different way than Little Golden Books ever did when I was a little kid. And because all the artwork is a little bit different, and so I'm going to meander into something really weird right now, but have you guys ever seen one of those movies? And I don't know how many there are, and I only actually know of one, where every frame is like a different artist. Have you guys ever seen anything like that? They do have a Night of the Living Dead cartoon where every single frame is drawn by a different person. And so it's really interesting to see like people having a conversation, and they show one person and that's one kind of artwork, and then they'll show the other person on the other side of the conversation with totally different artwork, and it's really interesting. Donald Duck and the Witch. Has anybody seen this one? This one's in 1953. No movies? Yeah. You'll notice me talking about weird movies that you probably don't ever want to see. Because I'm a horror movie buff. But anyway, I can't wait until Christmas. Big Bird. Isn't it so cute, Carrie? The Witch Book. I'd never seen that one. This one's in 1989. And I kind of thought that I would hang on to these, and there's a couple people, I don't know if Yvonne or April are here, but you guys won the drawing from my birthday. And I was thinking that maybe in future Happy Mail I might send a book or some pages or something. So this one's a 1958, second print 1970, Peter Rabbit. Just so cute. And I kind of feel like, too, it might be okay to maybe copy some of the pages so I don't have to tear apart the books. But tearing apart the books is actually kind of fun, too. But anyways, I would never sell it or anything like that. Just, Look at this one, a Ding Dong School Book by Dressing Up by Mrs. Francis. Rand McNally Company out of Chicago. Copyright MCML III. Let's see. MCML. I don't know. Is it 1953? What do you think? It doesn't say, but again, these, I've never seen Ding Dong books before, but look at the little children. They remind me of It's a Small World. So cute. I wonder who this is illustrated by. Catherine Evans. I kind of wonder if Catherine Evans also did one of these. Oh, pictures by Walt Disney Studio, but I wonder who, though. Because it doesn't look like I almost said Mary Shelley. That's not who I'm talking about. What's the artist, Mary, that did the Small World, or that did the mural outside of the rides at in Tomorrowland? Well, also probably some of the artwork elsewhere too, but in Disneyland. But anyways, yeah, they are. You're right. You're right. The illustrations from the 50s, I think, are my favorites. This is a 1992 Pocket Full of Nonsense, which is basically what I talk about all the time. Oh, Fuzzy Wuzzy. Okay. I love this kind of stuff, where it says, "This little golden book belongs to Robert from Grandma and Grandpa Webster." So I really like that kind of thing where you can see some of the history in there. And look, it was only $1 at the time. They left the price tag on. Here's a little golden book. I've never seen anything like this. One, Baby's House. Does anybody else have... Oh, Mary Blair. That's who it is. That's who it is. Mary Blair. See? Watch. So I bet you these ones probably might have been Mary Blair also. Hang on. Tell me if you think they're similar. Because this one says the illustrations were made by the Walt Disney Studio. But here, this one says Mary Blair. I don't know. They're a little different, huh? I love Mary Blair. So cute. Really, really cute. And you can see like that influence from the old Disney movies and stuff in here. You know, a lot of the shapes of, like, say, the birds, the faces, and other things, you can kind of tell they really are reminiscent of old Disney. But this is just so cute. Oh, don't look at the naked baby. So cute. Just adorable. Look at that. The detail on the... I love that. Okay. Maybe you guys are getting tired of this. Anyway, look at this. This reminds me of like Monsters Incorporated, which I don't think Mary Blair did the artwork on that, but I mean, I could be wrong. She could have been, you know, still doing stuff then. I don't know what her lifespan was, so I don't really know very much. But maybe, you know, some of the artists over at Disney were influenced by Mary Blair. All right, and so now we've got a couple more Christmas. Rudolph and The Night Before Christmas. I think we already talked about that one. And then this little Red Riding Hood one, which is, you know, like I said before, a Bonnie book. Yeah, a 1949. So those are my books, you guys. I have a lot more golden books, but those are the ones that I got. And so I kind of broke my December, my no spend December, but you know, they weren't for things that I already had, like you know, ephemera and stuff like that. So this is what I'm going to work on today, and this is my favorite things book, and I made it out of one of these, you know, old office, like really hardboard office folder things that have these where you would hole punch just two places on the top of the page. I don't know. And what I did here was I started to actually put more of these kinds of folders, these strong folders. So this is actually another one that I cut down right here at the top. and fit it right over, let me see if I can, no, I don't have any examples of it anymore. Oh, here it is, yeah. So I put it right over this. So this kind of is very similar to when I do the hinge journals. And so, I mean, and I'm not the only one, I'm just saying that's, you know, I've done these a lot. And so, you know, I just use these as hinges, and what I did here underneath this is one of those same hinges for this folder. And so I just fit this one right down onto it. So you can see right here where there are, you know, where I could fit a hinge right in here. Okay, so that's what I did, and I used a combination of, this is like a box tape, you know, it doesn't stick to itself very well, and so you'll see I used two different kinds of tape, and this is what I had to put on it, which is actually bookbinding tape, where I had to have a second tape. And so, you know, there's a lot of it in here, but I don't care because I'm actually going to cover everything inside of here. These colors, though, that I chose are actually fine, you know, so if there's a little bit of that, those colors like peeping out, it'd be totally fine. So I'm thinking today that I might just cover some of these with book pages, the stuff that's like not really necessary to see, like this, that I might start just covering with book pages, and different things, you know. So, and then all of it's just going to be background, right? Because there's no real theme to each page yet. I do have a list of themes that I'm going to do, but you know, it's not, nothing is set for each page, you know. So my glue wants to be stubborn. It's probably mad because I haven't used it in a long time. So anyways, is Yvonne here, or April, Mama Juju? Either of you guys? I've got happy mail for people. When you guys do happy mail, how do you guys do it? I would really love to do that because I have so much stuff that I think that you guys would really love. So I'm down for a happy mail exchange with somebody. If anybody would want to do that with me. And oops, that's too much glue. There it is. Aha, here you are. Okay, so I like to, when I put way too much glue, I like to just use this thing. Anybody else use these? I bet you guys do. You guys probably knew about these like when I was a baby junk journaler. But I really like them. You can get the glue all the way to the edges, and you know, you might have a little bit of wrinkle, but I'm going to use my Fortnite gift card, which I got a lot of these, you guys. I'm like independently wealthy in Fortnite now. Super happy. And so I don't know if any of your guys' kids play or if you do, but you can buy like all kinds of different things, you know, sidekicks and skins and all kinds of different fun things in Fortnite, and then you can play a whole bunch of different games and everything. So anyway, as a sidebar, if anybody is into that, let me know and I'll add you. All right, so yes, yeah, yeah. Piece of cardstock. Yes. Sorry about my phone, guys. Somebody's trying to get a hold of me, but guess what? Junk journal in. So I am out of commission for everyone but you guys right now. Yeah. I like to use old credit cards and stuff. These ones just happen to be right here. But yeah. So it sounds like everybody's holidays were good, or at least Carrie's. And so, what'd you guys get for Christmas? I just told you what I got for Christmas. Nobody dares get me any junk journal stuff because guess what? I don't need it. Because I've been bringing it home for the last year. Just that one right there like that. And I got a piece of newspaper here. Which side? Ooh, look at that. Dangerous season of flu, COVID, and RSV. I don't know. That's not one of my favorite things, but still I'm going to go ahead and use this article here. Just for a different look of the papers that I'm using. All right. Let's see what else I got here. So I went through like all of these different magazines that my mom had, and rather than taking them all home, I decided to just pull pages out, and I pulled out the pages that she actually marked as being interesting to her, and so I thought that would be kind of a cool thing. She picked out a whole bunch of pictures, and I love that, you know, because it's still, I don't know, it just feels like a connection, right? I guess I covered up the COVID part. Oh well, that's not happy anyway. Okay, let me pull these up and put some of this glue here. Did anybody get junk journal stuff for Christmas? Or did anybody buy junk journal stuff for themselves for Christmas? Like I said, I was doing a no-spend December, and I sort of failed on that because I made a bid on those golden books, a couple of sets, and I actually did, you know, just full disclosure, I did bid on another set of items, and I'll show those to you next time. But they're also books, like old books, and I do just like this. Ooh, look at this. Benefit and Last Night of Miss Laura King. 1000 Nights. Our American Cousin. Patriotic Songs and Chorus. I think I'll put that one down here. I think this one's really cool. I don't know where this came from. But in addition to oh well, I guess I already talked about that. That using a card will help smooth out the glue. All right. So like I said, I'm just going to be covering up this page with various items, various scraps and stuff. Okay, bye, Carrie. Have a good weekend. Okay, I think I'm going to save this one because I like this one a little bit better for here, but I don't like this. So I think this one would look really cool right here. That one seems a little long. Okay, there we go. So I'm not sure what this page should be, you know, as far as my favorite things. Because none of these are particularly my favorite things. They're just a background here. So. But I can use it for family. I can actually really just use it for anything, but probably not more current favorite things. So, anyways. All right. So I got this one covered pretty well. I don't really want to do much else with it. I'm going to let that just kind of sit. And like I said, I don't mind if a little bit of color shows, because it's going to show here. It's going to be over here some. You know, it's just going to have kind of a recurring blue and green kind of thing going. And this is a piece of paper that I dyed. And I really would like to get more paper dyed again. You know, I did coffee dyed paper, and every time I go to throw away, you know, coffee from you know, my glass or my mug or whatever, I think like I should just dye some paper with that. And then I think, no, that's going to take a long time to do and blah, blah, blah. So I don't. Okay, let's see. I like this. It says stay out of the forest right there. Guys, I'm really tired. Like I was saying before, we had a few things happen that you know, weren't anybody's fault really, you know, but just like one of those things, you know, that you have to just go, okay, that happened, and then just, you know, manage thoughts around it, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, and I was not really feeling like doing any journal work or anything, just, you know. But I thought, no, I'm gonna do it, because if I do it, then it will be it'll get my mind off things. But I don't know, maybe apparently not, right? Because here I am talking about it. But anyways. I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing another live stream. Just so you guys know. I mean, I know I'll be scheduling them soon, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep a specific schedule for the next couple weeks, because it just feels like there's a lot going on and I don't want to overcommit. So all right, how about if we go into, I just put these book pages away, just leave a little bit of the scraps out, and then hi Todd, I'm on live stream right now.
I forgot.
Just a moment. All right, sorry about that. My sweet husband always wants to come in and say hello to me when he's been outside for a long time, so that's what was happening. So one of my favorite things is actually color. So I've got a few cool like crayon pictures, and these all came out of like I don't know, a National Geographic or a Smithsonian or something like that, and I thought they were really cool. It's not crayons that are like my thing, it's color. So I got this from my gel press, which is really cool. It's just a piece of, I don't know, packaging. So I really like the way it looks though. And so I'm just going to make this color page because it makes me happy. Oh, hey. Maybe. Oh, I was doing two pieces of the same page. Weird. Oh, no wonder. That's funny. I should just glue something into there for fun. I think I'll go all the way to the edge here. Oh, you guys will have to excuse me. Okay, let's see what I'm going to do here. This guy here. This color. Does anybody else have a gel plate? I do love making gel prints. All right. All right, so I will share with you one of the things that happened over the past couple weeks. So as you guys know, I am, well, it's actually me, my husband, my brother, and my sister-in-law. We are all working on squaring away our parents' estate. And so we've been doing this for about a year now, and it got to the place where we were getting ready to move some furniture. And, we hired a good company and everything. But something ended up happening. And because I think that my parents probably had their furniture built in the rooms upstairs. And so when the movers came to take them down, the furniture down, it ended up being really, really tight, like almost impossible to get down the stairs. So they used their ingenuity, and we're going to just kind of lower it down over and skip one of the flights of stairs, because it was like kind of like a windy staircase, not super windy, but like the kind where there's one like, say, set of 10 steps, and there's a landing, and then there's another set of like 10 steps, and then so anyway, it was a tight fit. And so they started doing their thing, and the whole thing ended up just shattering all over. It just collapsed on itself, and everything just turned out in a pile of of boards, and it was such a bummer. But like I said, not really anyone's fault. Everybody was just trying to do the best they could with what they had, and it was just rough, So that added a little bit of stress to this time of year. And it was just kind of a rough thing. Nobody was hurt, though, thank God. And, everybody was able to, to move on, and we'll deal with the rest of it a little bit later. So that's, something coming up. But a lot of times when there's, a lot of little things that happen, it's really hard to stay, upbeat. And I gotta confess that I probably haven't been, I haven't been terrible. I mean, I used to get depressed where, it was just real hard, every single day, every single minute, and, I live life pretty well right now, and I'm pretty happy. But yeah, there's just a bunch of little things like that, just sort of, being part of my life right now, and other people's in my family. So anyhow, things will get better. Oh man. Does anybody have plans for New Year's? Our family will be making tamales. And that is a fun thing that we do every year. And they're so good. We make them for the freezer, and it's easy to make a whole ton of them. So we're going to be doing that probably in a few days here. Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, okay. There we go. Looking good here. I'm just, basically just doing paper piecing kind of stuff. And sometimes this is just really the thing, that I need to do with my life. So we need something else right here. I'm not sure what that's going to be, so I'm going to just put that on hold for a second and perhaps add something like this. Let me take a quick look. Okay, so I've always wanted to sort of learn how to distress magazine pages, because to me they're too, I don't know, they're just kind of I don't know, a little shiny, I guess. So I'm going to try this and hopefully it works. And just take an emery board and just kind of go over it in circles. I don't know if I'm going to like this pattern, but the emery board is really, it's not too, it's not too rough, but it's rough enough. So I'm going to do some of the parts of it like hard and then some of it lighter, and just sort of see if I can get it, like a texture like I've seen elsewhere. And also, this looks all right actually. Also though, I would like to distress the edges, and so I don't know that I have that edge distress tool. What can be done is just just tearing them, but I kind of want to just distress them, and I'm just going to use this to give these a little bit less new look, I guess, you know. Kind of make it look a little more vintagey, and maybe the corners can be ripped a little bit. And give it like this sort of older look, which will go well, I think, with the book pages and everything. It's always kind of weird when there's like one page or one picture or whatever that looks pristine, and then the rest of it is all distressed and whatever, coffee stained and everything. See how this looks. Yeah, that actually looks all right. Still though, I feel like something's missing. What is it? Well, I'll just go with it, and I'm sure that I'll think of other things as I go along. And even if I don't, you know, a junk journal's never finished. I don't usually like do a page and go, all right, that's done. You know, I usually will come back and do something else. I get like this that I think looks good, and you know, that kind of stuff. Come over here and just cut a little bit of this thing off. Maybe easier to rip. I don't know. Color, what else? I'm going to pull out a little bit of, these are some bookmarks that I did Mega Makes for. They can be used as bookmarks or not, you know, they're just scraps of paper, like I always do, you know. I do like some scraps. When I have scraps, I tend to just glue them on, you know, small pieces of cardstock, and then I end up with all these really cool pieces that I can use. But I might just like to use those as actual bookmarks or belly bands or something, and I don't think I'm to that point here yet. But I do have a lot of ephemera that I haven't looked at for quite a while. And so I'm just going to be looking for some colorful pieces. This actually looks pretty cool. This would make a neat pocket, but I think I have another one also that might be a little prettier. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I already got my tape on it, so that's a plus. So let's use that. I like this a lot. And a lot of the ephemera that I make is just, they're just scraps. I love, love, love to reclaim items and that, so that's pretty cute. I like it. Now let's look for some other tuckables for this pocket. Not that we need to. I guess we're not, like I said before, we're not really to that, but I also think, you know, it's kind of neat to, well, it doesn't look good anyway. It's kind of neat just to get a little more color out or whatever I intend to use, and just kind of, you know, let things flow. This is like a, yeah, I don't know. It's starting to take some shape here. So basically I'm looking at just trying to find, you know, different colors of things that I can put in here that will not necessarily match everything that's here, but complement it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not sure about that red, but I think everything else looks pretty good. Let's see. See if we can. I don't know about that. That's kind of cute. Looks like I used a lot of the regular colors, and now I've got all my blacks and everything. I guess I better do something with black soon, huh? I think that would be work better than something different. So there we go. Let's see if we can pull some more stuff out. See how things can come together. Oh, these are all stamps. Interesting. This would be cute. I believe these are stickers, so I'll have to fussy cut them a little bit more. And see how that turns out. That would be cute. And these are all things from my parents' stuff that, you know, places they've gone and tours they've gone on and stuff like that. So, you know, not all of it, but I mean a lot of it. And these would be neat for page numbers, huh? Let's see if I can use those. Oh, here's another thing I can use for color. My little rainbow guy. That was from a batch of, this was from a batch of I just left you guys hanging, didn't I? It's from a batch of keychains that I made a while back. And I thought they were really super cute. And we're still not really done. We don't really even know what's going in here. I've only just put backgrounds. Oh, these were actually kiss cut. Okay. Very nice. Sometimes I make things and I forget that I made them. All right. So let's put this guy here. I'm not sure if it looks better with the red or not, or with the yellow, or if I should just tuck this guy in here. I just don't know. That's actually pretty cute right there, with the little smile peeking out. That's just so much bulk. I think we need another. So let's actually see what page this is, though. So this is like the inside cover. I guess it would be page 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's take this and just sort of add it somewhere. And these are just these. I believe they're just rub-ons. And I don't have a lot of experience with these kinds of things, but I see people use them and they're really pretty cool, so I'm going to give it a go. Okay, I guess this is supposed to look a certain way. Very nice so far. Ooh. Oof. There's a little bit of mistake here, but see if we can fix that up a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. Anyways, it's okay. I've not used one of those before. So this is page 4. That looks pretty cute. Let's see. Here I went and said I don't finish things, and here I am working on it like I'm trying to finish things. I'm just interested right now, you know. Look at this. Oh, this would be so cute. Let's put the fun back in dysfunctional. There we go. I think I'll put her here, and then I'll just tuck this guy right in here. And this guy has space for writing. So. All right. So there's some pretty colorful things there. Next things that are going to make this fun and interesting, and I think I've got some just right here because I've been messing with this stuff for a while. I've got a bunch of different kinds of ribbon here, and I feel like, you know, we need a little bling somewhere. Not sure where. I don't know if I want to do the whole. Yeah, why not? One thing I haven't played around with is stencils, and I really would like to, but for now I think we'll manage that texture thing with this bling. Here's another little bitty piece I think we can put right up here. Make us a little flag here. Maybe add a little color with this. Oh, that's so cool, huh? Really cute. Not sure it's right for this page, but I think we can maybe use a little bit of red here. These all look kind of Christmassy, so I may not concern myself with the things in here. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's a little too much going on right there, but we'll figure it out. I wish the dinner fairy would come tonight. Sorry if you guys are hearing some background noise. Around this time, Todd gets a really, really bad cough. And for some reason, doctors don't know what is wrong. So, there you have it. In a nutshell, anyways. Right? Oh, guess that wasn't really long enough. Oh well. I feel like I'm just pasting everything on here. But, you know, that's usually kind of how I do my crafting, is I just do what flows, and then it starts coming together eventually, you know. So that's what I mean by, excuse me, that's what I mean by, you know, the pages just aren't really done ever. They just get worked on until I'm done working on it. I think it might be a good idea to let this one think about what it wants to look like a little bit more. But I think it's a good start. So let's see if we can. I do have a couple other things, but let's just chill for a minute. So I made this pocket right here, so I'll probably put in, you know, like some different things that I might use. So this is a picture that I drew, and I'm not a great artist, but I am okay at copying pictures. And one of the ideas I had, I thought would be really cool, would be to maybe add some color using ribbons, but I'm still not really sure how that's gonna pan out. But I do have some other pictures here. This is going to be my horror movies thing here, so I may add that here. I think that would be kind of neat. And so I'll work on this for a little bit since I've got some stuff already out. So like I said, it's just you work on it a little and then you come back later. I'm gonna use a couple of these. These all straight. There we go. That actually looks pretty neat. So I think this looks pretty cool right here. It will need to be cut out. But let's just go with it. Oops. Looks pretty good, actually. Don't even have to cut it. I do need to glue it down though, so that looks pretty neat. Actually, that's pretty good. All right. These guys down here. think this is page 6. Found a 6. I keep trying. Sorry. Should I turn the page, Michelle? Yeah. It is a little bit unnerving. But it is one of my favorite things. It's actually one of my favorite movies. Well, right now. So, sorry for all you non-horror fans out there. You know me, Michelle. There we go. That's pretty neat. I do like these a lot, these numbers. Definitely worthwhile. Okay, so far, oh, no, it wasn't page 6. Duh. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, well. Now what am I going to do? I wonder if I can pull this off. Maybe? I don't know. Darn. Okay. I kind of feel like there should be a closure on this thing right here. I do like this page. I like how it's coming together. There's some color here. And these are just those little red tab things. Uh-oh. I think I need some glue. Again. And these are a little weird to get on, but once you get them on, they stick really well, you know. So they can function as, you know, a tab or something like that. I do already have a tab down here, or else I'd probably put it over here. But I just kind of like to have all sorts of weird stuff hanging off the page and creating texture, you know. Let's see if we can find anything fun and interesting. I do like this one, so I'm going to put a few stickers here and there. I really do like, you know, like garden fruits and veg. Oh. Let's try a different edge. Oh boy. Old people stuff right here. Not being able to get the back off of a sticker. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I think I'm gonna, that one does not want to be on my page, so. Let's see if the banana wants to. Yes, the banana wants to. Hey, look at this cool coffee one. Let's see if we can get this one to stick. Yes. Okay. There we go. Got a couple little stickers there. And all, like I said before, you know, all this stuff is just sort of, none of it's the focal point, you know? It's all just a bunch of stuff. And then what I would like to do is to do, I'm not sure it's going to need it, but maybe to put something right here as the focal point, and maybe it's just going to be, you know, what the page is called, you know, or what it is, this thing that I love. Matter of fact, got tickets and tabs. So let's just find something colorful. Here's a ticket. Stick this one in here. Kind of would like you to be underneath both, but on top of this fabric. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is this. We're just gonna let it be like that. Here's a cool ticket to the Genesis concert way back in 1992. So like all of these things can be used. It doesn't really matter what they are because they're all representative of color that I like. And so as long as they're doing that, they're doing their job. So Polynesian Cultural Center. I think I could put this guy here. Not really. Doesn't want to fit. Let's see. Maybe this, no, it's not. What about Steely Dan? Could put Steely Dan in there somewhere. It's not really indicative of color, so we're going to have to pass you over, ma'am. A little too colorful, that one. Oh, guys, how does this guy not go here? He's very colorful. All right. I just feel like he needs like much more of a center stage here. So cool. So whimsical. Alright, I think that I have some stickers here, down here, that I might be able to use to spell out color. I kind of wish that, oh hey, I might have a better idea. This might work out pretty cool if I do it this way. Now I hope I have enough. Oh, that's hard to see, isn't it? So let's do this. Okay, so now we've got a C. I think this would look okay on here. Maybe. Or maybe it just needs to go here. Or, that was better in theory, guys. That thought. Maybe I'm just going to have to do it like this. Yeah, this might be the idea that I need to use. All right. Those could have been more colorful, but that's okay. Well, guys, I'm starting to wind down here. I can feel myself getting really tired. So, I'm going to clean up a little bit and still possibly put some things in here, but just let you know that I'm winding it down right now. I still can't believe I made that 6. Maybe I'll just make this one like 4.5, 4 3/4, 5. I don't know. But I do know that this guy is going to go somewhere over here, so I'm going to put him in there. Maybe I'll just put all of these guys in here and just let everything talk together and see what it comes up with for next time. What do you guys think about that? You too, Michelle. You have a great new year, and I will see you guys sometime soon. Look out for the notification option on my next videos. If you happen to run across those, go ahead and click notifications, but I believe that I'm also going to be emailing you guys so that you guys know. It seems like nothing is really very, I don't know, nothing's really reliable, so I kind of have to do a few extra things just to make sure that you guys know. So anyway, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will talk to you probably next week.